All right, question 3. So this is question 3 from your homework. It says V is the transformation represented by the matrix 1, 0, 0, minus 1. W is the transformation represented by the matrix minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1. Where to I describe fully the transformation V. All right. Now, so V, which is the matrix 1, 0, 0, minus 1, we need to say which transformation this matrix is representing. First, we have to ask ourselves, what does this matrix do? All right, let me just take off some piece of it. If the matrix was like this alone, this is the I matrix and it does nothing to the coordinates of a point. If I apply the I matrix to the coordinates of a point, the coordinates of the point should be unchanged. It does nothing. If I put a negative before the one at the top, what that would do is that would change the sign of the x coordinate. If I put a negative at the bottom, it would change the sign of the y coordinate. So now by putting a negative there, what I'm saying is that this matrix changes the sign of the y coordinate. Now the transformation that does that keeps the x coordinate the same and changes the sign of the y coordinate is a reflection in the x-axis. So V is actually mx, all right, which is a reflection in the x-axis. All right. Now, next thing we're asked is to what? Describe fully the transformation W. Now, W is the transformation, the 2 by 2 matrix minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1. What this matrix does to a point is, it changes the sign of both the x coordinate and the y coordinate. And the transformation that does that is R O plus 180 degrees. Let me just put plus or minus 180 degrees. And this is a rotation of 180 degrees about the origin. All right, so somebody could ask, well, sir, how do you know this? Well, first of all, it's going to come through what? Application and study. That's a simple answer. Knowing these things is going to come through application and study. Application meaning that you have got to go and practice doing the question. And study meaning that you have got to go read your notes. You understand? Ensure that you get a full understanding of what the thing is asking. So the next thing now is that we're asked to write the single matrix PQRS, which represents the combined transformation V followed by W. So PQRS, now it is possible to get one matrix, a single matrix that represents two transformation by multiplying the matrices that represent the two transformation. But when you multiply them, the first must be last and the last must be first. So since this is V, meaning that V is the first, followed by W, when you multiply them, you have got to put the W first. So the single transformation that represents these two transformations would be WV. So WV, put W first, minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1, multiply by V, which is what? 1, 0, 0, minus 1. All right. Now, if you wanted to, you can just simply multiply them, use what? Matrix multiplication and get your answer. So let's do that. I'm going to use matrix multiplication. I'm going to multiply the top row by the left column. If I do that, I'm going to get what? Minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. And then 0 times 0 is 0. First element in the row, first element in the column. And second element in the row by the second element in the column. Then I'm going to multiply the same top row by the right column. That is going to give me the top right element in the answer. Minus 1 times 0 is 0. And 0 times minus 1 is also 0. Now, bottom row, left column, 0 times 1 is 0. And minus 1 times 0 is also 0. Bottom row, right column, first element in the row 0 times the first element in the column 0. 0 times 0 is 0. And the second element in the row minus 1 times the second element in the column minus 1 gives me a positive 1. So the combined transformation is actually minus 1, 0, 0, minus, 0 plus 1. All right. Now, what this is saying is that this, as I said, through what application and study, you would know that this matrix is actually M, Y, which is a reflection in the y-axis. So the two transformation above, which is what? A reflection in the x-axis followed by a what? A rotation of 180 degrees about the origin. Those two transformation can be replaced by a reflection in the y-axis. All right. So let's turn the page. All right. And essentially, that was the end of question number 3. All they simply said is that we should what? Write. They didn't say that we should describe it. All they said we should do is to write it. And this is the solution for question number 3. All right, so the fourth part of the question asks us to calculate the image of the point 6 minus 4 under the combined transformation in C triple I. Now, the combined transformation is M, Y, which is minus 1, 0, 0, 1. We're going to apply this now to the point what? 6 minus 4. Now, if you want, you could use your knowledge of what is going to happen and just simply write the answer. Or if you don't know, you can just simply what? Do the multiplication. But what this matrix does is that it simply changes the sign of the x-coordinate. So this point is going to become minus 6 minus 4. The y-coordinate remains the same, but the sign of the x-coordinate changes. So under my, the point which is what? 6 minus 4 is going to become the point minus 6 minus 4. So the combined transformation of what? V followed by W, and that is V is first what? A reflection in the x-axis, followed by a 180-degree rotation. The combined transformation will just result or the result of the combined transformation is simply a change of the x coordinate of a point. The result of the combined transformation is simply a change, simply a sign change of the x coordinate of the point.